What's up guys, it's your girl Brianna aka MiniMarley and I'm back for another video. It has been so long. It's especially been long since I've sat down and chatted with you guys and did my hair. So that's what we're going to be doing today. My hair is fully blown out and I literally just want to do some braids, so a braid out on blown out hair. But while we're here doing hair, I just wanted to chat with you, give you an update on my life. I really want to start vlogging again soon, but I feel like so much has changed in my personal life. So before we start vlogging, I need to just update you, let you know where I've been, what's been going on with me. So let's just get started. Let me part this off really quick. I used some leave-in conditioner in my hair after I washed it, and that leave-in conditioner is actually so moisturizing. I don't even remember what it's called, but it's by Adwa Beauty, I think. And then I blow dried it. I feel like these sections are pretty good. And I actually just had my hair in braids. So this is my first time really doing my hair since I took my braids out. And then to do my braids, I'm just using the Do Mousse Def texture foam. Then I'm gonna braid. And this texture foam has so much hold. So I feel like it will be perfect since it's the only styling product that I'm using. So anyway, I feel like life has been pretty good, but it's also been a little bit chaotic just very recently, but overall really good. So let's throw it back to August of 2022. So I think that I mentioned here on my channel that I was dating somebody. I kind of was in a situationship for a good 4 years. 4 years of a situationship, of not having a title. And it wasn't even a situationship where it's like I'm just here asking this person to be committed and whatever, and they're not committing. It was actually pretty much a committed relationship where this person was spending a lot of time with me and I didn't feel like they were seeing other people or anything like that, but they just refused to give a title. And they didn't really have me around their family. They didn't really come around my family that much, even though my family actually knew this person since I was in middle school. But it was just a weird situation where I wasn't exactly getting everything that I wanted, but I just accepted it because there were some good times. But overall, it was just not a good situation. And honestly, I could go on and on about that relationship and everything that happened when I was dating that person, but that would be a whole other video. So the important part is that when it finally ended last August 2022, I was not in the best place. And not so much mentally. I feel like mentally I was actually good. And I think that's because I knew that the relationship wasn't going where I wanted it to go. I had been in it for a long time and it didn't seem like this was going to be my forever person, but I also couldn't just leave. So they actually made this decision to end things. And it kind of felt like a weight off my shoulders in a way, because it was like I was forced to actually deal with ending this situation and moving on. So I felt like I wasn't wasting time anymore, if that makes any sense. But at the same time, I didn't realize all the ways that the relationship had affected me. I feel like during that relationship, I was always made to be the problem. It was like we weren't progressing because of me. I didn't know how to communicate. I was doing this, I was doing that. So I felt like I was kind of on a hamster wheel to kind of please this person and just get what I wanted out of the relationship. And I just felt like there was so much wrong with me. There was so much I needed to work on. So in leaving this situation, I feel like I left with my self-esteem kind of crushed at the time. So I pretty much started getting back into my friendships. That's another thing. I didn't really do much going out at the time. I was home a lot, and that's fine because I am kind of a homebody. But I feel like because I was with this person, you know, it was very my man. I'm trying to stay home, be all booed up and everything on the weekend, not really giving my friendships as much time as I should. So when the relationship ended, I was back outside with my friends. And I feel like I should have started vlogging then, but I honestly was just enjoying my life. I felt like I'm finally having fun. I'm outside with my friends, doing things, hanging out with my sister a lot, and just living my best life. And I feel like that experience just really showed me to never isolate myself again or center my life around any romantic partner. I realized how important friendship is, and I'm so thankful for my friends still being there because girl, like, I definitely didn't give my friendships the time they deserved, but I was so thankful for having them there. It was just having people there that care and showing me that they love me, showing me that I'm important, showing me all the things that I was looking to be shown in a relationship with a man. And it's just crazy how much you look for outside sources of love and validation and all of these things, when really you can get them from yourself or from platonic relationships, friendships, relationships with your family members and stuff like that. So I remember even for my birthday, my 29th birthday last December, I actually had the best birthday ever, and that was probably my first birthday since I was like 13 years old that I was actually single. I am a lover girl, okay? And I am a serial relationship girl. So I had my high school sweetheart that I dated all throughout high school. Then I have my college sweetheart that I dated all throughout college, which is Stella's dad, Michael. And then I have this person that I got in a relationship with after Michael and dated all the way until I was 28. So yeah, basically my 29th birthday was my first single birthday. And I thought it was probably not gonna be the best. I was like, you know, I don't have somebody that's gonna do things for me. But it's like, I ended up having the best birthday ever because I did the things that I wanted to do. I just planned the activities that I wanted to plan. I feel like it was even better than waiting on somebody to do something for you and do something within their means and not ask too much and all of that, when really I could just give myself the birthday that I want. And I'm not even saying that to be like, oh, you don't need a man, girl. No, it's not even that. It's just to say it's not the end of the world if you don't have a man. And that is what I realized. And I feel like realizing that changed a lot of things for me, and I was really just able to enjoy myself. So getting out of that relationship, it was my first time ever dating. Your girl was on Hinge, went on a few Hinge dates, and that was interesting. Honestly, didn't have a bad experience. I met pretty cool people. It didn't really work out, but I think it was still just a good experience. For me, dating was more of an experiment and just getting used to talking to people and putting myself out there and not always needing to jump into a relationship, because like I said, I'm so used to just jumping into a relationship. And I was like, no, this is your chance to get wine and dine and not feel like you are on an interview and you have to live up to all these expectations, because that's how I felt when my relationship ended. Like, I needed to be perfect. I was giving pick me. I was giving pick me. It was very much, I can do this, that, you know, and trying to be the best candidate for somebody. But it's like, no, let these people show you why they are the best candidate for you. So that was really my mentality when it came to dating. Not like using people or just trying to get free meals or anything like that. But it was just like, get used to talking to people, get used to knowing that you are the prize, girl. And you can just get to know somebody and see your likes and dislikes. And I felt like that was really helpful. I actually ended up meeting somebody. I'm giving you guys all the tea, like a little rundown of my recent dating history. But I actually ended up meeting someone. I went to DC and it was kind of an older guy. Yeah. So that was interesting. But that also didn't work out. He sent me a photo one day saying that he was going to the gym, and the gym photo, when I saved it to my phone, because if you save photos on your iPhone, you can swipe up and basically see the history on that photo. So it'll tell you the year that it was taken, the location, basically the geo tag for that photo. So I did that, and the photo that he sent me at the gym, which he was making it seem like he had just taken that photo, it was from like 6 years ago. So that was weird. Number one red flag, and I probably should have stopped talking to him there, but I kind of gave it a chance, and he was pretty cool and everything, but it just ended up not working. And we hung out one weekend after that, and I feel like he was not really paying for things. It just got weird, and I was like, yeah, no, bye. So that was probably the longest little talking stage that I had, just a couple months, but that didn't work out, and I was perfectly fine, because again, I wasn't looking to find somebody to fill my time and fill my space, because I was enjoying my life. Another thing that I've been doing is therapy. I feel like I mentioned that sometime on my channel in the past. It's been about 1.5 years now, and I feel like the fact that I was in therapy at the time of my breakup in August was actually really good, and one of the reasons that I ended up really sticking with the breakup, because me and that person had been on and off in the past, and I feel like I was always the person that was like, you're right, I'm wrong, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, just to kind of save the relationship. But that last time I was like, no, absolutely not. It really just helped me realize, like, girl, you deserve better than this, and if somebody's not on the same page as you, then why are you wasting your time with them, especially at this big age. I am turning 30 this year, which is so crazy, and yeah, I just don't have the time. So therapy has really been helpful in that way, especially because I just feel like I'm really trying to find myself and just learning who I am, unlearning things that I learned growing up. And that is a big one. There's so many things that I've done all my life, all 29 years, that I'm now having to unlearn and just relearn more healthy behaviors. Like the fact that I'm such a people pleaser and always feeling like I need to please the people around me, whether that's my parents or just anybody. I spend way too much time thinking about what everyone thinks and not really focusing on myself and putting me first and just doing what I think that I need to do, what makes me happy, what's best for me. And therapy has been really helping me commit to figuring out what it is that I need out of this life and doing that. And that can be so hard. I feel like I've always been somebody that looks for outside validation. Like even if it was my parents, especially like my mom, I would always need her to co-sign any decision that I'm making, or a friend or somebody. Like I'd have to text somebody all the time just to get a second opinion on everything. And sometimes it would be little dumb stuff, but other times it's like actual things that really matter. And instead of consulting myself and just thinking, what do you think about this, I always felt like I needed somebody on the outside to validate me. And the thing with always needing outside validation, for one, the things that other people tell you, for example, telling you about yourself, it's fleeting. You know, somebody can tell you you're the most amazing person, somebody can tell you that you're beautiful, that you're so deserving, you work hard, all these different things. But if you don't believe those things about yourself, it truly means nothing, and you're constantly going to need somebody to continue validating you for you to feel good enough. And another thing about validation is that if you're looking for everybody else to tell you about yourself and tell you who you are and tell you these things, then you basically are giving them the opportunity to create your narrative, to write your story. And it's like, this is your life. You only have one of them to live. So at some point you have to do that for yourself. And I think that's something that I'm just now really getting a grip on. And because of that, it has been hard. I feel like okay, let's fast forward to my current situation. In a situation where I've had to really just decide how I feel about things and really just stand on what I want to do right now, what makes me happy, and what I feel like is serving me currently in life. And sometimes people are going to disagree with that, and then that becomes a point of contention. And another thing about me is that I hate confrontation. I'm really not a confrontational person, so I just feel like I have really been tested on all the things that I've been learning in therapy and all the things that I've learned in the past. What has it been? August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, July. It's really been 10 months since the whole breakup, and I just use the reference the breakup so much because I really feel like it was a turning point. It was just like I got kicked to the curb and it was like, you're alone. What are you gonna do with your life? How do you want to live? Who do you want to be? What are you gonna do? And an opportunity for me to grow, for self-realization, for transformation, and just to come into who I am. And I'm still in that process, but I feel like I'm learning a lot, and I feel like I'm validating myself. I feel like I'm doing what I want to do and not asking everyone around me if they think I'm doing the right thing. And I'm not even gonna say it's just like an overnight thing, because I still internally battle with asking those questions. But when that happens, I've learned to check in with myself instead of checking in with other people. Why did you make this decision? Me talking to myself. What are the pros and the cons? You know, just weighing things out and deciding what I want for me. And just sticking with that, putting my foot down and being like, this is how I'm gonna do things, whether or not other people agree. And that's where I'm at with it, honestly. And in figuring out who I am and just being on this journey of self-discovery, I feel like I've also been really pushed just by life. I keep being pushed in the direction of really having a relationship with God again, because I feel like I've definitely fell off. And I felt like I was just way too far to even come back, if that makes sense. It's like I barely am praying. I feel like God doesn't really hear me, and why would he hear me? And I don't deserve to even ask God for anything, because what am I doing with my life and this and that? And I think that that was something that was really bothering me. And even in that last relationship that I was in, that person told me, like, you're not a Christian, like you're not living a Christian life, you haven't made that commitment for real. So it's like, why are you pretending to be this? And I feel like I took that as like, yeah, like why am I praying? Why am I even doing these things? What's the point if I'm not fully committed and on this journey? But I feel like because of that, I stopped praying, and then it just felt like I was way too far to start, you know? So I feel like I've still been battling with that, and I really want to start praying, start reading my Bible again. I don't know, everything is just pointing me in that direction. Even in therapy, this has come up a lot because I'll talk about that. And it's funny because as much as I'm not where I want to be in terms of my relationship with God, it still is something that is heavily on my mind. I feel like I was raised feeling like God is judging every move that I make, and if I do the wrong thing, I'm going to hell. And I feel like basically my relationship with God was based out of fear. It's like, I don't want to go to hell, so I need to do XYZ, versus God loves me, I want to please God, I want to serve God. And that is dangerous. That is a dangerous thing, because for me, I feel like I'm constantly like, oh my God, I'm bad. I don't think that a relationship with God is supposed to be based out of fear. And I don't think you're supposed to be doing things or not doing things just because it's like, I'm scared and I don't want to go to hell. So yeah, I've just been wanting to find God for myself, not based on what other people tell me, but just by reading the word and talking to God myself and asking him to show me things and relearn and have a healthier relationship with God versus one that is just based out of fear. Oh, this big pimple is killing me. Like, why? One of the new things I started doing back in September is working out. I first started by just running in my neighborhood, and then that got kind of boring, and a friend of mine told me about CrossFit. So I started doing CrossFit, and from CrossFit, I started doing weightlifting. Just really getting into my health and fitness, but then the weightlifting thing started getting serious. I'm like, I really like this, and I want to compete. So then I actually did my first weightlifting competition in June, and that was amazing. It was such an adrenaline rush. I feel like it was just like, wow. I played sports in high school, so I felt like I was an athlete again. And I just love competing. I'm such a competitive person, so it was so fun. And just getting stronger and realizing what you're capable of, I feel like is just so good overall for your mental health and also just for your body. So your girl has been getting her body together. I lost a good amount of weight. What am I at now? I'm like 190 now, and I'm coming from 215. In August of last year, I was 215. And after a while, I stopped really worrying about losing weight, and it was more just about getting stronger. So I wasn't really worried about the scale. And my next competition is actually in August, in like 2 weeks. So I really want to document this process of just getting ready for a competition and training as hard as I do, and still having fun in the process, because your girl is still having fun. And I am dating someone new that likes to do fun things and take me on dates and just have a good time. So life has been very fun. I won't talk too much about the person that I'm dating, because this video is about me and just life, but it has been an interesting roller coaster. I feel like this relationship is way different than any that I've ever experienced for many different reasons. But I will say that it is really nice to date somebody that reciprocates your energy. I feel like I'm such a giving person. When I'm with somebody, I just do the most. So it's nice to date somebody that also wants to do the most for you And yeah, I'll just leave that there, okay? I also really let you slip in on the house content. I clearly decorated my entire house and I did not show it at all. But I was recording the entire process as I was decorating, so I have all of those videos, and I really think I'm just going to put it together and do 2 like massive home updates and just show you how I decorated my house and how I got to where we are now. Because as you remember, I got this house and then I did a huge renovation, but there are a couple of things that I didn't do. Like, I really want to redo my laundry room. I want to redo the stairs and create a whole under the stairs storage situation. I want to redo Stella's bathroom. So, and I need to still completely finish her bedroom. So I really want to start getting back into the home content as well. So between vlogs, home content, and hair content here and there, that is pretty much what you can expect from me and my channel. And yeah, I just really want to get back into the swing of posting on here, but I do really miss it here. And I want to start talking to you guys more because I just feel like I have so much more to offer now. You guys also haven't seen Stella in so long. My girl is 6 and just finished kindergarten, her first year of elementary school. And me and her dad are doing so good with the whole co-parenting thing. I feel like we finally got to a place where it was like just smooth sailing. Like, me and him are actually really, really cool and just friends. Like, I can talk to him about stuff, he can talk to me about stuff, and I love that for us. And Stella is definitely reaping the benefits of that. I mean, she always spent time with her dad, but we got really, really consistent around August of last year, which has been great. And because of that, we've been able to take steps and just, you know, do more and more. Like, she just came back from a road trip with her dad, which is so exciting. Honestly, I wish I could have done something like that when I was younger with my dad. So I feel like it just really matters to me that she has that relationship with him and doesn't miss out on things that I sometimes feel like I missed out on. And yeah, she had a blast. They took a road trip up north to see his family. So they went to Pennsylvania first. So she was in Philly for 4th of July. And then they drove over to New York City and did all the things there, Empire State Building, this, that. And then they went over to DC and did all of that good stuff, the Lincoln Memorial, the White House. And then they drove back, and on the way there and back, they stopped in like North Carolina, I think, or Virginia, or I don't even know. But she had the time of her life with her Dominican family, and I'm really, really happy for her. But getting to this place in our co-parenting journey has been so great, because especially at the time that it happened, because like I said, I feel like I've been going through my own personal growth and self-discovery, and having the room to do that on the weekends is really, really great. And it just helps me to be able to find myself outside of just being a mother, because I think sometimes moms make their identity the fact that they're a mom, and I don't think that's a good thing. I think it's really important to also still maintain your identity as a person, as a woman. Like, who are you outside of being a mother? So that's been important to me as well, and I love the fact that Michael has really been here to help and give me the space to be able to do that as well. I feel like we covered so much, but at the same time, just on the surface. So I really want to talk more about so many other things that I touched on today, and I feel like I'll get to do that sometimes in the vlogs and also with more videos like this. I am kind of low-key over the hair content. It's like the same thing over and over, so sometimes I get stuck like, what do you really want to see me doing to my hair at this point? But if it's something like this where I can do my hair and we can chat about something, I think that would be great. So honestly, if anything I said today sparked your interest, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to talk more about, and we can make this a little series like where we do our hair and just chat, because I feel like I'm on like a little FaceTime call and we're just catching up right now, and that's what I wanted to feel like. I am gonna go dry my hair really quick. I'm not gonna leave you guys wondering what the finished product looks like. Of course not. I'm going to dry my hair, do a little makeup, and come back and show you the finished look. Give me a sec. All right, guys, this is the finished look. I don't really love how it came out, but I was able to pull it together for the sake of this video. I'm not sure if this mousse and the leave-in that I use mix well together because my hair feels a little bit sticky, or maybe I just used too much of this foam because this foam is really heavy duty. It gives you so much hold, and I think that it might have been the reason. It might have been this. But anyway, honestly, this video was not about the hair. I hope you did enjoy the little mini tutorial. Maybe you learned something, but I really just wanted to chat with you guys, give you a little life update. Please let me know in the comments below if there's anything that I talked about today that you want me to maybe touch on a little bit more and do a separate video about, because I really enjoyed this style of video. If you did, let me know by liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and also by subscribing to my channel if you are new here, because I want to see you in the next video. But that is all for today. Peace out, guys, and I will see you in the next one.